Hello, my name is Shahrul, and I am going to be acting as the presenter of this paper entitled Determination of Soil Texture Using Image Processing Technique. So, the basic introduction of this paper is that soil texture and its properties bring about a very significant impact on agricultural event in which it affects crop and its growth management. Systematic study of soils also provide information of the nature itself and other types of soil that can be used for various purposes. In basic soil component, there are something we call individual particles, which includes something like quartz grains, clay minerals, and plant fragments that can be resolved by conventional optical microscope. But however, these fine material cannot be resolved by discrete individuals. In the explanation of this methodology, image segmentation is a common technique in digital image processing. So in this analysis, we use it to divide image into different entities, which may hold several portions or areas, and also separating foregrounds from its background or grouping pixels based on color or form similarity. These are the example of image segmentation, of course. And as shown in figure 1, we can see the block diagram in which we're going to include the picture as an input, and the process is going to take place in MATLAB, in which we're going to apply the image processing technique that we just talked earlier. For our next process, the image is going to be converted into a grayscale image. In this process, grayscale intensity are stored in 8 bits. This gives us 256 different shades of gray based on the grayscale. After this step, the image is going to be converted into binary image, in which, for a reason, we start using grayscale at the first place. And this gray level is going to be set with a threshold to produce a binary image. Pixels with gray level greater than or equal to the threshold is going to be set to 1, while lesser than the average value is going to be set to 0. As a result, a white object is going to appear in a black background or vice versa, depending on the gray values of the object and the background color. 3 types of soil image were taken as for this experiment, which are fine sand, black soil, and red soil. And the following figure shows the RGB and HSV method that were applied to the sample image. So this figure here shows the HSV method of image processing. In this method, the original image was first put through a color enhancement process, which is going to improve the color contrast from the picture shown because it's in the perspective of a human view. And then next, the original image of the red soil was also processed to remove noise, and the reason for this is to improve the image quality. And then the image was then processed using HSV color segmentation method after the image was sent through the algorithm through the display image button. And the obtained result was almost flawless, but somehow the HSV method detected a few unwanted distortion on the edges between the two soils. As we can see, there's holes. Okay, the observation from the histogram shows the RGB color channel, which shows a higher reading from 0 to 100 and a lesser reading from 100 to the maximum value, which is the 255. And thus, this shows the system could detect a lower intensity color on the image. And as of the second result, which is from the RGB method, the image was processed using RGB color segmentation method after the image was sent to the algorithm. And from the obtained result, it can be found that the system managed to segment all the 3 different color codes. And the black soil was completely segmented, yet the system detected black color on the red soil area. So this is the drawback of this particular system. The reason was that in the original image, there was a black spot image in the original image, indicating the mixture among the color of the soil. And in the above figure, we can see in the histogram, it shows a higher reading from 0 to 100 and a lesser reading from 100 to 255, which also shows that it can detect a lower color intensity. So as we can compare from the HSV method, the histograms are similar. In conclusion, our life depends on food, and most of the food that we ate came from crops. So, to quote what I've said in the introduction, soil texture has a significant impact in agricultural events such as crop selection and crop growth management. In determination of soil texture and pH value using image processing technique, it was successfully designed, built, and tested. In this system, we have tested three different type of soils in this research, which includes fine sand, black soil, and red soil. This paper has presented the development of a system for color segmentation using the space RGB and HSV method to analyze the texture of soil and to identify the pH value of the soil. The color segmentation application is cost effective and requires less manpower to process soil texture for the analysis process. The proposed system is expected to contribute to the community by saving effort. In this case, compared to the conventional method, Robinson's pipette method, it is so laborious and time consuming. And in comparison to this paper, it increase efficiency and generate more accurate results in shorter amount of time. So that will be the end of my presentation. Thank you for your attention.